In the early 1600s, a vast and unknown land lay across the Atlantic Ocean. To those in Europe, it represented danger, but also opportunity. Within a few decades, millions would risk everything to cross the ocean, not for adventure alone, but for freedom, wealth, and survival. This is the story of why America was colonized. In the 16th and 17th centuries, Europe was in turmoil. Wars were constant. Religious conflict divided nations, and poverty was widespread. Land was scarce, jobs were limited, and social mobility was nearly impossible. For many, especially the poor, there was little hope of improving their lives. At the same time, powerful European nations like England, Spain, and France were competing for global influence. They believed that land meant power, and power meant survival. Across the Atlantic, they saw opportunity. One of the strongest motivations for colonization was money. European nations believed the Americas were filled with valuable resources: gold, silver, fertile land, timber, and fur. England, in particular, wanted to reduce its dependence on foreign imports. Colonies could supply raw materials and create new markets for English goods. Private investors also played a major role. They funded expeditions hoping to make massive profits. In 1607, this dream led to the founding of Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement in North America. Though Jamestown struggled, it proved that colonization was possible. Money wasn't the only reason people came to America. Religion played a powerful role. In England, the government controlled the church. Those who disagreed faced persecution, imprisonment, or worse. Groups like the Puritans wanted to practice their faith freely. In 1620, they crossed the Atlantic aboard the Mayflower. They didn't come to build wealth. They came to build a community based on their beliefs. Their settlement, Plymouth, became a symbol of religious freedom, an idea that would later become central to American identity. Colonies were also tools of power. Each colony strengthened a nation's global influence. More land meant more resources, more soldiers, and more leverage against rivals. England feared falling behind Spain and France. Establishing colonies was a way to protect national security and expand political dominance. Over time, these colonies became strategic asset ports, trade hubs, and military outposts. But America was not empty. For thousands of years, Native American tribes lived across the continent. They had their own governments, cultures, and trade networks. European arrival brought disease, conflict, and displacement. Entire communities were devastated. This is a crucial part of the story. Colonization brought opportunity for some, but destruction for others. Understanding this truth is essential to understanding American history. Over time, the colonies grew. They developed local governments, economic systems, and unique identities. Though still under British control, colonists began to see themselves as something new. Ideas of self-rule, individual rights, and freedom quietly took root. Unknowingly, the seeds of a future revolution had been planted. America was colonized for many reasons: wealth, power, faith, and survival. But those early decisions shaped everything that followed. In the next episode of Liberty and Legends, we'll explore what daily life was really like inside the 13 colonies. Because this was only the beginning.